Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Superchill. That's how we're doing the intro now, apparently. Man, look at our island. Look at this place. So, don't worry if you've never sat down and watched this before. We're going to have like a little fly around. Kind of just felt like doing a bit of Superchill today. Also, the people at Tracks, they have given us a whole load of keys. If you don't own Tracks and you want to try and build your own little island, you are supposed to put down some train tracks, but I kind of got distracted from doing that in this place and just built a little model town instead, as building kind of like little model cities. Oh my god, it's like the best thing ever. But yeah, so if there's no strings attached, this is not sponsored or anything, but they were just like, you guys are cool, have some codes, give them out. There's a little link down below. It's free. You don't even need to put an email or anything in. It's just a free code. I think you need to do something, maybe I lied. Maybe you need to, there's rules or something. You have to leave like a comment on the video or something like that. I don't know. The beautiful young Daff helped me set it up from the office. Oh yeah, I forgot that there's like loads of people stood on top of things. But if you want a free copy of the game, bam, check it out. But yeah, so we're here. And this is our town. I don't know if we ever named it. And it started out and it was just kind of like the little town in the center on the island, and then we spent ages building our. Actually, I can kind of take you on the full tour. So we sort of like, you queue up. There's a lot of farmers, construction workers, business people. A few divers are here. Some mountain climbers. They're excited to go to the place. Come in the front door, and then oh my god. Oh, the carousel actually has some like little music. It's so quiet, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it. But there's some food trucks. There's some extra like little tents. Oh my god, this one has like a bottomless pit in it. Wow. And there's a Java update, apparently. Wow, Java. Get out of here. And oh yeah, and in here, man, I completely forgot about it. I even vaguely remember saying last time that like we're never gonna see this, but maybe, I might come inside and something will happen. And yeah, there's people coming in to watch the horses go around in a circle, the amazing performing cows, and there's some chickens and some pigs. Beautiful. I love it. What a show. So yeah, we're back, and we started building the stables, or we put this down to remind us to build the stables, and I think that seems like a fun thing to do. Right, where is that stable building? Where are we looking? I'm just trying to remember how to control this game. Is it in here? It's probably in buildings. There's a logic there. So I guess something like this. Man, okay, right. And we need to I kind of think that we need to extend the grass a little bit more. And maybe we'll even get rid of some of the water there. So oh, Jesus. Okay, not alternate placement mode. That isn't what we want at all. Here we go, because you don't want it to be too scrubland around your stable. That's no good. You need luscious grass for the animals to play in. Oh yeah, there's actually animals, so we can put them in here. Okay, the doors don't actually go into little stalls, so that's not gonna work. This is gonna be great. I hope everyone's super excited for half an hour of me slowly putting stable buildings down. Oh, there's a barn. Oh my god, that's a big fucking barn. Okay, well that can go over here, I guess. Jesus. Yeah, it's right by the beach, sure. The sandy shores stable. Do you ever put a windmill down? Is there a windmill anywhere on the island? I kind of feel like we need a windmill. You can go over there, because round here is going to be pretty sparsely populated, I think. It's going to mainly be sort of fence work. We could get a couple of the small houses for the farm hands and stuff. I've been playing Red Dead 2, and so I've got a bit of stables and ranches on my mind. Something like this, okay, and we can make like a little corral and something like that. Did you guys play Red Dead 2? It's pretty good. It's been a while since I played kind of like a AAA game of that sort of nature, but I've been enjoying it. I think it's quite good fun. And should we try and follow along by here? Okay, fence placement 101. This is how we're gonna do it. Yeah, like it's kind of fun. Although I've been trying to play it on a console, and how do I do this again? 3, 4, right, like this. Wait. That's close enough, I guess. Oh, jeez. Okay. This game works better on a grid, not on the other stuff. But that's close enough. That's fine. But yeah, so like, man, it's been a while since I played anything on a console, and like my fingers just don't bend that way anymore. It's just not what they do. They're designed for sort of mouse and keyboards. Like I have like these palette claws that just like naturally like curl to go around a mouse rather than, you know, another kind of thing, a controller. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's still been good, nevertheless. And so I might try out some other PlayStation games. If you guys have any good recommendations, there's a few that's on the list. Like apparently the new Spider-Man is good. I'm probably not going to record these. Like I've been trying to use like the computer a little bit less when I'm at home. I'm trying to like take a break from it, go outdoors more, and then you know I got a PlayStation, and so play computer games more. But normally what I'd do would be I'd sit at home at my computer and not even play computer games. I'd just do nonsense, just browse Reddit or watch TV shows, because you know when you kind of you do the dream job of playing computer games for work, which is what people like to describe it as. You get a bit sick of playing games for fun. Actually, like doing that outside of it, because you always think like, man, maybe I should be recording this game instead. Like, am I wasting it by just playing it? And I think it's good to kind of like get a little refresher. Because also, when you are recording, you need some new stories to talk about, some new topics of conversation. And running out of topics of conversation, very bad. Otherwise, you know, I end up just talking about placing barrels or fence stuff. Man, this place is kind of coming together already. I'm getting into this. Even though it is just the most banal gameplay known to man, we're building like the little ranch. I know there are gates, and maybe we'll come through and we'll try and put gates in, but I'm not super fussed by having gates. I kind of just want to get the sort of basic fence structure down and like go from there. I think that's probably the one. But yeah, so people have recommendations. God of War, the new one, Dad of Boy, I think it's what it's actually called. Apparently very good. Also, I really like my Norse mythology. I'm quite into my Norse mythology at the moment, or Norse-inspired stuff. As I guess maybe like Scandinavian. It's probably a better way to put it. But yeah, I was recently given, not that recently, a role-playing system called, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, Trudvang, something like that, which is meant to be sort of like the Scandinavian version of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's all about, you know, you play as sort of like Norse versions of like the D&D classes, but it's a lot more like kind of, it's a bit more grim and a bit more serious, I believe. Oh, that fence is like really bad. we got him. Yeah, and so I've been like reading a lot of that, and it's kind of got me in the mood for more Norse things. Maybe. I just like that sort of setting. You know, it's pretty good, and because we really want to get back into role playing after Call of Cthulhu went out. If any of you watched that, which, man, holy shit, like I gotta say, did surprisingly well for my channel. Like, I did not really think it was going to do as well as it did, and it did like better than expected, which is always nice. And especially, like, you know, it was a game that I was like really excited to play, and seeing that perform well. Like, it was a long series, but like there's definitely like drop off. You know, it's one of the things that like in other Superchills is like I often talk about. Also, like, you know, I think like I got a big bump in sort of like subscribers from doing that. So if this is your first Superchill that you've watched, it's basically unedited garbage where I just like ramble on about nonsense and just sort of chat away. Are we going too nuts with the fence? I am liking these fences though. These are very cool. Yeah, I just kind of it's just sort of just chatting shit really. And talking about sort of what's going down on like the channel, in life. It's just a way for us to catch up and, you know, see what feedback people have. If people have any ideas, thoughts on what's going on, who knows, whichever. But yeah, so the Call of Cthulhu went pretty well. Also, it gets very rambly, and I get distracted very, very quickly. That's kind of like a bit of a staple of most of the videos. But I'll start talking about one thing and then start talking about something completely different very, very quickly. And so it can be a bit hard to follow. And a lot of the sort of segments go pretty unfinished. Is that too long? No, that looks about right, actually. But can we select... That windmill was not helping at all. You know what? You're dead. We got him. We got him, guys. We got him. And yeah, so it was cool. Really cool to see Call of Cthulhu do as well as it did. And was trying something different, like putting out a video every single day. I think it worked. I think that might have been something to help. It's always hard to know, like, if you try something out, like the anecdotal evidence of how well it's doing, because like you did something a little bit differently, is just impossible to really latch onto. What I need to do is do like a dozen series like that and see if that works. Because just people might have just been around more, or the game might have been particularly good, but they actually hated it going out every day. Who knows? But it's something that I think I might try again. Also, putting out multiple videos a day, that was one of the other things that was like sort of experimenting. What did you guys think of that? Did you think it was a good idea to put especially quite like a linear series, like Call of Cthulhu? Putting that out every day, did you like that? Was it easier to follow, or was it too much and you fucking hated it? And you wanted more like regular content going out. Who knows? Perfect. That thing lines up pretty well. We've got that down. So yeah. Like I don't know. We'll try it out. I was happy. Just all in all, pretty happy with like the performance of it. And so tying back to my earlier point, also. Just covered up where those things were a bit weird with a tree. Pretty sneaky, huh? And we get like a few more trees just like dotted around. But yeah, going back to the earlier point, bam, didn't think I'd forgotten. Was thinking about doing some Call of Cthulhu role playing on the channel. And I've seen like a lot of people requesting it, and yeah, man, like it's something I'm definitely down to do some of. It's just kind of like getting a group together, and unsure if we want to bring just entirely new characters into it from, because we've done some on games night before, and I think I'd probably run it like ever so slightly differently, as this would be like content I'd be producing for myself, and so I'd have free reign to kind of just go ham on it and make it a little bit different. I kind of feel like we need like another like paddock or something in there, but we'll get to him. Are there like other better bushes? Let's get like some of these guys. Yeah, so it's just kind of like working out exactly how we do it. Like if I was really smart, we would have got it out like super close to when the series was going out, when people are at their hottest for Call of Cthulhu. That would have made sense if I was a smart man. But unfortunately, I am not, and so we didn't do it. Like a bunch of idiots. We want some of these benches for like the farmhands to come and sit on. It's a bit far out, but oh man, I do love tracks, but the controls can be a little bit wacky. I'm not gonna lie. So do you want some more fences? Maybe. But yeah, so potentially more role-playing, more Call of Cthulhu. Although also the other big one is whatchamacallit, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is out, and I'm pretty hot for some Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. It's something that I played a lot when I was younger, and yeah, like I think kind of we'd started playing Dungeons and Dragons, as basically everyone does, and then that was about the time when I think I started actually playing Warhammer, and we started playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Just a friend of ours got given the book for like a birthday or Christmas, and so we were like, let's try it out. We're all really hot for Warhammer, and no one really knows the lore of Dungeons and Dragons, so let's play the thing that we're super excited for at the moment. And my god, it was amazing. Like, it just instantly fixed all the things that I wasn't super into with Dungeons and Dragons. And so the new version apparently is a lot closer to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay version 1 and 2, because the third one came out by Fantasy Flight Games, and normally they're pretty good, but I didn't play it, but apparently it was terrible. A lot of people complained, but you know, it's nerds on the internet. People are always going to complain, and okay, that kind of works. Do you want a little bit by there? Because then these guys can only go into this place. Maybe if we do this. Yeah. And hopefully it's going to line up. And it does. What a pro. And maybe like another little bit by there, but I think we should be okay. For now, let's start decorating it and actually getting some stuff in here. Because right now, there's nothing going on. There's animals. Oh, we can get some rocks as well. Oh, and hay bales. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I'd like a wagon, if I could get one. There isn't really like a wagon, is there? Cargo? And I think that has to be on a train. I guess like these like silos could work. Plumco? Like a sort of like a grain silo type thing? Or like a water tower? Sure. Maybe. It kind of works. Who knows? But hay bales, definitely. Let's get like some of these like behind the barn. We want to kind of get a bit more close in there. How many hay bales do we want? Like a lot? I think quite a lot. And we want like these guys kind of just like a few like spare ones, just like hanging out. Just for like, because they've just kind of like dumped some of them. They had a few left over and they couldn't really start making like a full stack. Or maybe some like fallen down. Sure. Something like that. Okay, that's quite nice. And maybe we'll get a couple more just like dotted around. Not in the way, just nearby, for when they want to feed the animals. Like that. Great. And some rocks. A couple of rocks. Sure. Like a few big rocks, because like the rocks are quite hard to move, especially like rocks of this size. And they've come from the volcano, which is right next to the farm. Probably not where you want your farm to be in volcano range. But, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just going to get like a couple on the beach. And what else do we want? Is there like any other... Oh, we could have like some little tents, a barbecue. Yeah, because like some of the farmhands, they've not been here long enough to kind of have the... get like their own like little cabin. So a couple of them just like sort of camp on site is what I say. And I kind of think like maybe over here, this is where they have their barbecues. Like a couple of picnic tables like dotted around. It's not super organized, just kind of free forming it. Of course, they have a bin because they're very good, and you know what? They're not going to have a painted egg. Just thought I'd tease that in. Oh, okay, there is a silo. Do they want like a second silo? Sure. Like back here. Maybe one over there. Although there is like the different kind of like industrial silo, isn't there? So maybe we'll get that in. This guy. Oh. Okay, well, I guess it's going to get planted there. Okay, this is kind of coming together. That fence, I think we undid a section of fence and it is really, really annoying me. Where are the fences again? It's decorations here. Come. Bam. There we go. So where were we? So yeah, we might do some role playing. Bam. That was what I was getting to. I'm not quite sure how it will go out. Maybe, in a couple of like hour-long segments. Chances are we'll just do like a one-shot and just play for like 3 or 4 hours. And yeah, so it won't be like a long thing. But I might try doing a similar sort of thing where it goes out kind of like every day, along with some other content. Because, yeah, like we tried out doing some double content for a little bit. And, yeah, like it went all right. It wasn't terrible. Because usually you'd expect to have like a big drop-off in viewers. Like each video is only going to get like 75% of the views that like you would usually expect to get. So if I usually expect to get 30,000 views, you'd imagine it's only going to get like 25,000 views. I know that isn't 75%, but it's just maths. And there are tractors. Okay, right. Okay, right. We get rid of super guys. Yeah, they can have like a couple of tractors. Is there any sort of trailer thing for them? We could have a caravan, like just parked somewhere. Here we go. It's like the farmer's caravan for when they want to go to the other side of the island or something. And they can have some bikes. Maybe even have like a little bike park by here. Could be nice. For when they aren't riding the horses, they just ride the bikes around town. Beautiful. And they probably need a car somewhere. Down here. Man, the tractor's tiny actually compared to the car. Okay, this is kind of coming together. I feel like we need like a few more little bushes and stuff. Just to kind of make it feel a little bit more wholesome. We lost our bench, so instead we'll have bushes. Because it doesn't need to be too super symmetrical. There's this big open area. We should probably have stuff in. But it's okay. You're alright. And something like this. Yeah. It's kind of coming together. We can even like get some bushes like leading up to it. Beautiful. And maybe like a little wood by there. This whole area, I don't know, we can fill it up with more houses or something. I don't know, we don't need to be too specific. But yeah, so role-playing. Role-playing might be a thing. Who knows? The double videos, they were better than expected as well. And yeah, so might try doing some more of that. Unfortunately, I don't know, everything's like a bit of a rush, because if you're familiar with the Yoscast Jingle Jam, in December, we get very, very busy because we do a lot of streaming, and regular recording kind of goes out the window a little bit in December, which is a bit of a nightmare. And so we have to kind of like get far enough ahead to cover ourselves for the Jingle Jam. Or the Jingle Jangle, depending on which side you fall on that. I do not want to comment. And where are the animals? Well, they're in decoration, aren't they? Nature? Ah, here. What do you want? Horses. There's definitely horses here, because this is like the horse farm, right? Like a stables. And they can be a bit more rotato. Here we go, just like some wild horses. Well, they're not wild, they've got saddles, they're tame. And they're all the same colour, which is a bit sad. Okay, is that too many horses? Do they need more space? I don't know, they're probably okay. And then we can have some cows dotted around, just hanging, just chilling. That's quite a few cows. Also, we want some cows that like people can come up and like say hello to. Some cows like hanging out by here, just mooing away. Perfect. Is there like a little water trough or something? That'd be great. Oh, chickens. Chickens would be great. Do we have like a little coop? They need like a tiny little chicken house. Oh, here. There we go. Lovely chickens, and man, there's a lot of them. They're like the chicken harvest this year was amazing. They all popped out of the ground in one go. There we go, like this. They look cute. So yeah, so I can't quite move up to like double videos every day, because also, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Josh has been away. So Josh has done a bunch of editing for my channel, sort of like on and off for the last year, maybe year. It's about a year now. I don't know. Josh isn't editing this, so who knows? Normally I'd hope that he would. Hope he'd explain. But yeah, so he isn't around right now because he got summoned for jury duty, and he could be gone for weeks. And that's all I know about it, because he can't talk about it. And so yeah, there's a lot of things that are combining to make the lead up to December a bit more stressful, as having Josh doing editing was able to like mean that I could produce more content and also spend a lot more time on content rather than sort of editing and recording everything. Having someone to come in and help with the editing was really, really handy, because also Josh is a lot faster at editing than I am, which was very handy. Okay, man, this place is looking great. Still a bit concerned about this area, but like I think it's all right. Do you want pigs? Pigs over here? I guess we can have some pigoos. Pig, and there. Like these guys. There's not as many pigs, and all they do is eat giant pumpkins, but they're fine. A lot of chickens, quite a few cows, quite a few horses. Maybe, okay, I've got a plan. Right, check this out. How are we gonna do this? Okay, right. What's going on here? Oh my god! Wow. Absolutely the best or most pointless thing ever. Right, we get our fences like that, And then we can have the horses like hitched to them, as if the cowboys have come into town. Oh. There we go. There's like a little saloon over there. Maybe. It's generous, but you know how we know it's a saloon? Because it's got the lights. Shit. I think it's this guy is like kind of fucking us. Okay, it's got the lights. Okay, that wasn't the thing that was fucking us. We can probably... Oh, I don't know if we're gonna do this. Does that work? Okay, the lights are badly hung, but it's got the fucking lights. Okay, we got them on there. And then we want like the big mega silo, huh? This guy. Bam. Right there. Next to the saloon, where you get garroted the moment you go through. And it's the grand opening of the saloon. Is that gonna work? Hooray! The saloon is open. Man, I hope those horses are okay. Because normally animals aren't that big a fan of like fireworks. Maybe horses are fine with it. I don't know. I don't really know horses that well. Although when I was very young, I did go and have some horse riding lessons. But that's because I had an older sister who wanted to go and do horse riding, as I don't know, young girls generally want to do. Hooray! But man, I wasn't into it. Maybe it's something I could get into now. Riding a horse. I don't know. Maybe that could be a fun video. But is that when I fall off and like Christopher Reeve myself? Like that's not something I want to do. I don't want to fall off my horse. I like the safety of an office chair. It's really hard to fall off with an office chair. It can be done, and I'm sure you could still mangle yourself, but it's harder. You don't have like a big giant animal, underneath you. Right, we're gonna get some like just little bits in by here. Maybe like another cluster of houses. Is there any of these buildings that we didn't use? Oh, the windmill. That was it. Sure. That's what we were gonna put there. And then I guess we could just like put some trees down around it. Although, a windmill kind of suggests that it's doing stuff with like, wheat or corn or... Actually, I don't really know. We'll just imagine that this came from the windmill. Possibly. I don't know. I've got no idea. But it's kind of fun to have some stuff by a thing. We're decorating. It's not scientifically accurate. We can have some of these like little bushes if we want to. And just do some rows of these. So it looks like something's growing here that they're putting in the mill. Jeez. But yeah, so I don't know. Things are good. Josh is away at the moment. But so we've done like a bunch of recording. And I'm going to be trying out some different things. So last time I was talking about possibly trying out doing more than one video a day. And you know what? We did it. And it was good. And possibly this could be a format where Warhammer could return to the channel. If we started putting out like a Warhammer series in addition to something else. But Ben and I are streaming Warhammer now on Wednesdays. And actually, I need to go and stream in 15 minutes to timestamp this video, as we do it at 5. And yeah, like the stream seems to be going down really well. And like the videos on Yogg's Live are doing better than they would be on my channel. So it feels like streaming just makes more sense to do Warhammer. yeah, so I think like it's unlikely that it will come back. So I'm sorry to people that do super want it back. But if it was going to come back, it'd be in those like multiple videos a day thing. But yeah, I'm going to try out some like different content. Like I think one day a week, maybe starting in like a week or so, or at least like definitely next year. Because when the new year rolls around, you basically make no money on YouTube anymore. Everyone is done advertising, and January is basically just like a write-off. Like there's no cash. And so, but that's I'm saying this as a positive, that's a good time to experiment and just try some stuff out. Because it doesn't matter if like the views drop a bit, then as long as they come back later. Jeez. Okay, that's kind of like a nice little thing. And so yeah, I'm going to try some different stuff. So maybe try some party game things, do some more live action stuff, maybe even try a bit of like vloggy type things. Yeah, I think it could be good. Just play some different types of games as well. Like I was kind of looking at playing sort of like the new Pokemon, not a whole series, but just do like a little Pokemon video, or something like that. I don't know. Like it'll be just different to the normal tone. It'll still be, myself, maybe with Simon, or possibly Ben might join me, Harry. Like get Lydia on again. She seemed to go down quite well on the channel. Love him or hate him, get ISP in because he's someone who's very fun to record with. And, do a few more collabs too. That's something else that's in the pipeline. I've been chatting with some people. And, if there's anyone that you sort of think would be a good person to collab with, tweet at me. Don't just go, this is my favorite YouTuber, you should do something with them, because that definitely wouldn't work. But if it's a person who, I don't know, we cover similar sorts of games, we have similar sort of tone, yeah, I don't know, maybe it could, all the dreams could come alive. Wow, man, this bit looks really good. Oh, I quite like the little farm. This middle bit is still a bit bare. A bit of me wants to just like have like some trucks in here, like taking stuff out just so it looks like something's going on. Oh, people, maybe that's the problem. Okay, this might solve it, and we might be able to get rid of those trucks, because those trucks are a bit ugly. But have some farmers, there's some people looking around there, someone in the cows, someone looking after the horses. These guys are trying to like get the bales up there. They just woke up. That guy's gonna have a go on the bike. Can we get like a guy onto the silo? This dude's drunk coming out of the saloon. Beautiful. He's having a look at the apples, and that person's going home because their house smells like pigs. There, great. We got it. So yeah, I think that's kind of mainly the main stuff to chat about. Also, seeing as Josh is going to be away for a bit, and I've got a whole bunch of recording done already, streams are coming back. I'll let you know very last minute via Twitter. If you don't follow the Twitter, check below. I might even do like a short video on YouTube, like bam, going live now. So you don't watch Twitter, that's okay. But yeah, it's coming back. It's only going to be for like on and off for a bit, but I think come the new year, like, 'cause it's kind of a bit weird to do. I find it's a bit weird to do private Twitch streams. That's what I'm talking about. Twitch is coming back. Did I say Twitter this whole time? Fuck me. Twitch is coming back, and it's a bit weird to be doing like private streams while the Yogg's live stuff, the Jingle Jam is going on, because some people think that that's for charity, and It's not, whereas all the Jingle Jam stuff is for charity, and so like you want to avoid any confusion. But in November there'll be like a little bit of it going on, and then January, bam, there will be a full schedule. I think I've got it mapped out already, but want to do like a test a couple of weeks before we go into like the super busy time. But it's coming back, and then we can fucking burn this YouTube channel to the ground. Perfect. I hope everyone's okay. And anyone who's still awake, you know, well done. You did a great job. Until next time, everybody. Farewell.